You're listening to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro, the place to learn about new technology and technological advances before they become mainstream. This podcast is sponsored by D-Link Technology. Make your home smarter, safer, and truly seamless. Let's get into it.
Welcome to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro. I'm your host, Keri Roberts, and my guest today is Peter Wolf, the president at the Azamba Consulting Group. Welcome, Peter. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
So today we're talking about the ability to keep everyone on the same page with the CRM when you have people working remotely. And CRM is a customer relationship management tool, which a lot of people use for sales, but it can be used for a lot more. Can you share with us some of the benefits in using it, especially with a remote or working from home staff?
Yeah, that's pretty relevant today, right? So people need to be able to work from home and manage their people, manage their sales. So the important thing to understand about CRM is essentially the core benefit of CRM is it's a central database. So everyone in the company can feed that database so everyone else knows what's going on. Sometimes it's just a matter of managing sales or service or marketing efforts, but it also gives management teams the ability to forecast trends and to mobilize around different initiatives. So now more than ever, with people, moving out of their offices to home remote work, it's really essential that that people have a tool like a Microsoft Teams, for example, or a more fundamental tool like a CRM tool, a sales management or customer service management tool.
And I know that there are ways to make CRMs a little bit more customizable for businesses, and there's various add-ons that you can do. Can you give us some examples of what those add-ons are and why they would be helpful?
Yeah, so CRM, at its core, it does sales, marketing, and customer service tracking. So you can see a 360-degree view of your customers. So the basic functionality is the nuts and bolts, the essentials, tracking phone calls, tracking meetings, tracking proposals that you've sent, tracking follow-ups, things like that. But a lot of us have very specialized needs, vertical needs. So an example is you want more specialized marketing. So you might buy a special marketing pack. Some of the solutions out there, some of the CRM solutions out there have marketing built in. Others have the option of using the built-in marketing or using something a little bit more robust. So you can have different third-party add-ons that sell marketing solutions. You have quoting solutions. You have configuration tools out there. So like if I was selling window frames and my customers ask me for very specialized window frames, I could build so they configure it and I could price it and then give them a quote real quickly. So you've got a wide variety of things that you can do. And the best CRM packages out there also allow people to go kind of off-road. So not only can you buy a third-party add-on pack, you can actually build your own customizations with some of these products out there. Like Microsoft has done a phenomenal job of making their Dynamics 365 solution to be configurable. And it's customizable, but it's also configurable. So power users can actually get in there, build out new screens, build out new workflows on their own. They don't need to hire expensive consultants to do all that.
Yeah, which is really helpful because the big question companies always ask is, how does this work with what I already have, or how is this going to make things easier? And there are various kinds of CRMs a business can use, and HubSpot is a big one, but are there others that people can use as well? Do you have any examples?
Oh, yeah. In fact, there's two that we represent over here. One is Sage CRM. And so Sage makes solutions for the SMBs out there, the small, medium-sized businesses. And we find the Sage CRM to be a great solution if you already have a Sage accounting software package. That's where it really shines. But for other customers out there, we refer people to the Microsoft Dynamics 365. And it's got a lot of strengths, the biggest of which is it integrates tightly with Office 365. So everybody out there under the sun uses Microsoft Word, Outlook, Excel. And so the integration between the CRM and Outlook, that in particular is a huge benefit for most customers because salespeople like to live inside of Outlook. And so the ability to just file important information or file your follow-ups into CRM from within your Outlook, that's a huge benefit to people. And so the folks out there that listen to this, I'm sure a lot of them are familiar with Office, Azure. The Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a natural extension, and I definitely would encourage them to call their Ingram reps to talk about that.
And I'm curious because even myself have been with various companies where only certain people should use the CRM, and then there are some where they include everybody as part of it. Who should actually have access to a CRM and be using it within a company or organization?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It varies from company to company. For us, we always look at CRM as a tool to accomplish your goals. And so for some people, it might be, I want to improve my retention of my customers. Well, how do you do that? Who needs to be involved with the system usage? Who needs to manage it? What kind of automations do we want to put in place? So those goals might be different than a company that's just looking to increase sales per sales rep. So there might be a whole different set of users, different set of needs. The best companies use CRM across their entire organization to put everyone on the same page so that everybody knows what they're doing to serve the customers and to serve the prospects better. And then there's another level of CRM where you take it to the next level. I call it the invisible personal assistant. So an example of that is I send a quote out in my CRM. The system reminds me in a couple business days, hey, don't forget about that quote. And so the system starts to be my best friend. It becomes an assistant to me, and it just makes sure that we are serving the customers, we are serving the prospects, we're serving each other as teammates and vendors to our maximum ability.
Real quick, before we jump straight back into the episode today, we want to tell you about Ingram Micro Financial Solutions and how you can maximize your buying power and get to yes with your customers faster. For the last 9 years, Ingram Micro has been Channel Pro's reader's choice for best financing options. Put the power of our credit and leasing options to work for you. You can easily contact Financial Solutions at ingrammicro.com. All right, let's get back to the show.
And one of the things that's unique about you from our other guests is that you are part of the TrustX community and the Accelerate program with Ingram Micro. Can you talk about why you joined these programs and how they've helped with you and your business over the years?
Yeah, so the TrustX program is one of my favorite networking groups I belong to. It's some of the top partners at Ingram Micro getting together to discuss the needs of their customers, the needs of the vendors, and the needs of their own business, and balancing those out to create successful businesses. So I've learned a lot over the last, 5-6 years that I've been part of that program. For me personally, a lot of our business is partner to partner. So our angle for joining that group was really to meet some of these partners and to share with them our expertise on CRM to help them bring CRM to their customers in a very easy motion. So that's kind of why we joined TrustX, but I've gotten a lot of other benefits out of it besides that networking. And the Accelerate program that Ingram's offering is kind of an extension of what we've done in the past, where we do the partner to partner to help these Azure partners, these Office partners, these traditional IT networking services partners bring CRM to their customers. And so Ingram Micro set up this Accelerate program to make it literally dead simple to you call your Ingram rep, you ask about the Accelerate program, they'll hook you up with partners like myself. We're called the elite service providers, and we will help you help your customers with CRM. And it's a nice, easy way to spin up a new practice area with CRM without investing a lot of time or taking out a lot of the risk of setting up a new practice. Usually when you set up a new practice as a technology partner, you have to invest a considerable amount of effort and time. And frankly, for the first couple of years, you might not get it all right. And so you might get some blowback. With this Accelerate program, Ingram takes on 99% of the risk, and you take on, a good chunk of the benefit.
And you were telling us, before the interview that your business has a 90% retention rate, which is incredible. I'd love for you to share with us what your business does and how you're able to keep that retention rate so high.
Yeah, part of what it is for us is I know a lot of companies out there say they have a customer focus, and customer focus is important. We went beyond just using that as words. We actually put policies and programs in place to really show and demonstrate our customer focus. So, for example, we do everything with a fixed fee. Customers get options to do things. So they get good, better, best based on their budget, based on how much help they want. We kind of give them options, and they always know what they're going to get for that price. There's no surprises at the back end. And then we back it all with a money-back guarantee, so customers know that we truly have their success at heart. And I'll just tell you right now, Keri, that we're not perfect. We do stumble from time to time, but the one thing that we're good about doing is fixing those problems really quickly. Again, it's all about serving the customers, because it's a lot harder to find new business, especially in today's market where this virus has impacted us all and thrown things up in the air. It's a lot easier to keep those existing customers happy. And it's more than just saying that you're going to do it. You have to back it up with specific programs and policies. And I'm pretty proud of our team that we've actually gone the extra mile to do those things.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. It's always good to have a process in place and policies, and that's really what can help the retention rate stay really high. One of the questions we ask a lot on this show is, where do you see technology going within the next year, whether that applies to CRMs or technology as a whole?
Yeah, so I'm not really a technology expert. I refer to my partners for that. There's a lot of really smart people that are going to be listening to this podcast, a lot of smart partners that work with Ingram Micro. So I'm going to keep my comments specifically around some trends that I see happening. I don't know for sure, how long this current kind of stay-at-home environment's going to last, but I think what'll happen is going forward is a lot of businesses' eyes will be open to say, the stay-at-home is actually not so bad. And I think that we'll see a permanent introduction of stay-at-home for a portion of people, or at least for a portion of their time. So maybe not 5 days a week at home going forward, but 2-3 days a week for people that really want to work from home and have been proven to be trusted employees that work at home productively. I think that's going to be a big change. And I think there's a lot of opportunities for the Ingram Micro channel and Ingram Micro and partners like myself to help customers with that transition. Right now, we're kind of all scrambling to make that all happen. But I think it's going to provide an opportunity for a permanent change in American economy, a worldwide economy too. So the smart partners out there are going to see those opportunities. I also think just short term, intermediate term, I think there's going to be a big push right now to get people to work at home. And then there might be some uncertainty in the future coming up with the things going on with the economy. All the more reasons why I think smart partners will take advantage of programs like the Ingram Micro Accelerate Program, because it's a quick and easy way to help scratch an itch for your customers, make some additional revenue for yourself, and literally Ingram Micro and partner like Azamba will do all the work for you. So hopefully we'll see a lot more partner to partner activities as partners realize I got to stick to my core knitting and really focus on that and bring in contributors that can play their part effectively. That's kind of I don't know, the future's, if I knew the future, I would have bought Microsoft stock like 30 years ago, right? So what do I know? But that's kind of what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's a good point you're talking about with the working from home, because I think in the long run, it will allow people to save on the overhead of office space and things of that nature. But they'll realize that you're right, that I think a lot of people can work from home and it might be a better solution. So I agree with you on that. I'm curious to see if that is definitely a trend that continues. I do think it will.
I think part of that too is, like, for me, we've been a virtual organization since we launched in 2007. So this is my third business. And when I launched it, I said, forget offices, forget the commute. And for my people, they have a better quality of life. So there is something that you lose when you don't go into an office and interact with your colleagues and look them in the eyes, but you gain a huge quality of life. So, my people, if they need to take their kids to school or go pick up their kids, after school at 3:00, it's not that big of a deal. We just insert their personal lives into the work life. And there's just a sense of overwhelming trust that we can count on each other as coworkers, that just because you're not working in my line of sight, that doesn't mean you're not trusted. And I think so from a quality of life standpoint, not sitting in your car for an hour to drive into the office, that's huge.
Yeah, I could not agree more. Where can people learn more about CRMs and about yourself if they want to connect with you or ask any questions?
Yeah, I'm pretty available on social media. LinkedIn is always a great place to find me. I contribute, content out there on a regular basis. You can also go to azamba.com, our website. There's a lot of information. We've got a great YouTube channel that talks about CRM. One of the greatest things about the world right now is there's just an enormous amount of information that people that are hungry and interested in learning more can find information. So it's all out there for you. And specifically, I'd give a shout out to any of your partners, any Ingram technology partners that are listening to this. Give your account exec a call or go do a Google search for the Ingram Micro Accelerate Program. It's a great way to serve your customers, make extra money, and just with low risk. So just, you should give it a shot, give it a look.
Well, thank you so much, Peter, for coming on and sharing with us your knowledge on CRM and for being a part of Ingram Micro. And we look forward to hearing more about what you create in the future.
Okay, great. And hopefully this didn't sound like too much of a sales pitch. I really do think that the Accelerate program that Ingram's doing is a huge benefit for the customers, and I have a big passion for it. So, and I love helping partners learn about CRM and helping their customers learn about CRM. So if anybody out there ever has a question about CRM, I don't need to have anything in it for me. If you just want to bounce something off me, just ping me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to talk about CRM and the benefits of CRM.
Yeah, we appreciate that so much. Thank you. If you liked this episode or have a question, you can join the discussion on Twitter at Ingram TechSol with the hashtag B2B Tech Talk. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro.
You've been listening to B2B Tech Talk with Ingram Micro, hosted by Keri Roberts and sponsored by D-Link Technology. B2B Tech Talk is a joint production by Sweetfish Media and Ingram Micro. Ingram Micro production handled by Laura Burton and Christine Fan. To not miss an episode, subscribe today in your favorite podcast platform.